Hello world and welcome to my channel. This video is going to be about 3 Kings devices. I'm doing a review after a long-term sort of use. One is the humble USB-C A charger, and yeah, I had 2 of these. The other one is a Kings fan light, tripod light. This is the Kings tripod light, and this is the Kings rechargeable fan light. Well, I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Cheers. Yeah, this is the Kings car charger. Has a total output of 85 watts via 2 USB outlets and a USB outlet. So 65 for them and a 20 for the A. It works well. It does have some current draw, as I mentioned in the video. So be aware of that. So if you have it left it plugged in, you haven't used a caravan for 2 months, you could come to a battery that's down and charged maybe 18 amps a month roughly. So yeah, you could have a battery that's losing the charge because of these. But they work well, nice little blue light on them and all that type of thing. But I would not recommend leaving them permanently plugged in. Like I was going to do, but I'm not doing it. Yeah, these 2 car chargers I got from Kings, I've been plugged in for 5 days now, and they're using a little bit of power. I don't think they use anything, but they're using a little bit of power. Not a lot, but something to be considered if you leave them in there permanently. I won't be leaving them there permanently. So it's used about 3 amps over 5 days, those 2 devices. Now it's not a lot, but you consider you have them in, you forget about them, it's in a caravan or somewhere, and you haven't been out camping for 6 weeks or something. All of a sudden 6 weeks becomes a lot of current. So yeah, they do draw a bit, so just be aware of it. Nothing that I'm worried about at the moment. 3 amps is nothing in 5 days. But you take a month, let's say 6 times 3, 18 amps of current. Not a lot, as I say, not a lot, but just to be aware of it. But they're working all right. They're fine. They're good. Yeah, this is the Kings tripod light. They all fold out like this. Of course, you can do it any angle you want, up in the air even if you want. You can do it anywhere you want. On off buttons are here, so you have white, low, medium and high. You turn it off. On, you get the orange light on, high, medium, low, medium and high, off. If you want to, you can twist them around, hang it from the ceiling and twist them around any way you want, like this, and then hang them up by a hook on the bottom of the base there. Take that hook out, you can hook it from a tree or anywhere you want if you want. Also has a magnetic base, so they'll attach to the side of my ute. Yeah, they'll attach down like that. Like that. You haven't got to do anything with it. Now, this is the base. It screws on top of the base. The base can extend up. You can have the shortest distance will be 910 millimeters when this is attached. You attach that to the top, of course. I'm not going to touch it now. And then, or then you can go up to anywhere in between that and a maximum of 2 meters 130 in height. So it goes up 2 meters 130 height, or 910 millimeters in height from the ground. So, and the tripod is here. To release the legs, you push the button in the middle, and then you got the tripod out like that. Okay, and then you set it down. I bought it solely for fishing. I'm sick of head torches, and they've fallen off all the time and things like that. So I want it so I can angle one down the beach and two down the beach, different angles, and one where the bait is. That's what I bought that at. Now the runtime of them. Runtime of that isn't crash hot, but it's according to whatever King says. The lights are put out up to 2000 lumens from 72 individual LEDs with 3 heads, of course. Or you can get up to 8 hours with the if it's on the lower setting, which is 4000 milli. Which is the lowest setting. You can go to the lowest setting, and the battery is a 4000 milliamp lithium rechargeable battery. So now I did tests on it several times, and I find that if you have it on high, you'll get 2 hours. That's it. 2 hours on high, no, nothing else. If you want to run it on high. If you want it on medium, you'll get 3.5 hours. And on low, the low setting, I've achieved 10 hours. I have got 14 one time, but I did 2 more tests and they kept going around 10 hours. So I don't know why I got that much out of it, but that's what I do. But it's a good light, and and whatever Kings are saying on the website, it's doing exactly what they say they would do. I bought it for a fishing light down the beach, as I said, one directing to where I'm fishing, and my mate's directing fishing on there in a different section. I can point it towards him, and one near the bait at the top where the chairs are and things like that. So yeah, so that's what the King's light is. Yeah, so you can have them up in that much of an angle, or you can have them down like that, all down. Whatever you want. There's a variety of ways you can do it. You can twist it like that, and they're all adjustable the same. Twist them up, down, same as this one. Twist it round. Now, this is of course on the low setting of orange. Just move you down a little bit. Yeah, so put that up and up and up. This unit will go way above my head, but you don't walk that close to it, so you're off. Low, medium and high. White. Off. Low, medium and high. Off. On. Orange. Low, medium and high. Off. So low, medium and high, off. Orange, white, on low. That white is on low now, and it's very, very good to see with. It'd be perfect for fishing, and it'd be pretty good from that. As I say, you can adjust these down like that. can direct one over that way if you want. See, you can have it pointing the way you want to go fishing. Down here I just have the light pointing just down on one little area. And the bugs like this white light. So put it back on orange. So yeah, on orange and low, you can see the floor. You can get around pretty well. So you want to adjust it. You just adjust it like that, and adjust it like that. You know, you're adjusting it down, sideways or down, up, down, up, down. So yeah, it's got a multitude of choices on where you want the light and the brightness of it. I'm really impressed with this light. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't affect the camera really well, but yeah, on low. So as I said, it'll go up to 8 hours on setting. So I presume that to be the lowest setting. But generally speaking, you wouldn't have it on all night for 8 hours. You generally might have it on for 6 o'clock to 9:30, 10. So 4 hours you'd have it on. Now if you're fishing, you'd only be fishing for a couple of hours. Yeah, this is the Kings Rechargeable Fan light. It has, when you turn it on to the light, you can have low setting on the light, and it has 4 indicators across the front, just in there. That tells you how much charge is in the rechargeable battery. You can push the light switch again and it goes up to medium and then bright. I don't use the light at all. Now the fan here has a variable speed switch on it. So it starts off low and goes right up to high. It's a beautiful fan, nice and quiet. You can hook it up, and that's what I bought these for, to hook up in the swag. And on low, I had them in the swag when I went away to the Cape York, in the swag, and they worked perfectly fine. And I used them for 3 nights without a charge, and they work perfect. And King, that's what Kings recommend too. They reckon they work up to 25 hours on low and up to 6 hours on high. Well, on low, I can guarantee they do last 3 nights of me sleeping in a swag. So you say 8 hours a night, so that's 24 hours, and there's still 1 light left on it when I charge it back up again. So they work well, and I'm really happy with it. They're quiet. And really good to use, and they suit what I bought it for, which is when I'm sleeping in the swag. Well, okay, I hope you like this video. It just gives you a description about the car chargers, the fans and the lights, and gives you an idea. What Kings say on their website is accurate, and but people don't believe it. They look at one thing and don't understand what they're reading. Yeah, it'll last up to 4 hours, but that's on low, not high. The same as the fan, lasts 6 hours on high, but low it lasts a lot longer. And they do state all that on their website. So these 3 devices, appliances I bought off them, work exactly how I wanted them to work. And I'm happy with them. But some people aren't happy with the light, especially the light doesn't last very long on high. Well, there's other lights to buy for that. I bought it as a fishing light. I like to temporarily use here and there, a work light on the car, something like that. And that's what I bought it for. So you don't work for hours and hours and hours, or fishing for hours and hours. You can do, but most of the time you only, at night you're down there for an hour or 2 at the most. So they work well for my situation. Anyway, I hope it explains everybody about these 3 things. And I hope you like this video, and please give me a thumbs up if you do, and please subscribe. Cheers.